What if, in just 2 decades, humans managed to establish a colony on Mars, forging a new settlement on the Red Planet, surrounded by hostile terrain and defying the impossible? Imagine a year 2044, where the first human colonies are operational on Mars. Scientists, engineers, and pioneering explorers have left Earth to live in an extraterrestrial habitat where each day brings new discoveries and challenges. This colony, formed through the collaboration of various nations and tech giants, faces a constant question: what will human life be like on Mars, and at what cost? The settlement: cities under domes. The first Martian colonies are not cities as we know them. They are mostly composed of glass and steel domes that withstand the extreme climate and lethal solar radiation on the Martian surface. These structures, built by robots and 3D printers brought from Earth, form a network of bubbles connected by underground tunnels. Each dome houses a small group of people and essential services, from bedrooms and laboratories to farming areas. In the center of each dome, there are gardens of plants specially designed to survive in the Martian atmosphere, serving a dual purpose: providing oxygen and offering a visual refuge that alleviates the longing for Earth's greenery. Colonists spend most of their time in these domes, where temperature, oxygen, and pressure are carefully controlled, and where every breath and drop of water is recycled to ensure survival. However, life in these bubble cities is tense and claustrophobic. Personal space is minimal. Each colonist has a small capsule where they sleep and store their belongings. Solar light filters through panels that regulate day and night cycles, creating a sense of normalcy on a planet where the day is almost an hour longer than on Earth. Surviving on a hostile planet, Mars is relentless. Solar radiation is constant, so outdoor excursions are only done in armored suits and are extremely limited. Colonists venture out in pairs or teams, never alone, and must adhere to strict protocols to avoid a swift death from radiation or suit failure. Oxygen supply is another daily battle. On Mars, the air is deadly. Only 0.2% of the atmosphere is oxygen. Therefore, within the domes, enormous generators recycle every molecule of air and convert carbon dioxide into oxygen using technologies derived from artificial photosynthesis and genetically modified plants. The oxygen farmers are colonists trained to manage these systems, as a failure here would mean the death of the entire colony. Additionally, the need for water, one of the most precious and limited resources, is ever present. The little water found on Mars is underground, trapped in ice layers. To access it, robotic drills have been built to extract and desalinate this water for human use. Every drop is recycled, and every trace of moisture is recovered. Showers, food, and drinks are strictly rationed. Everyday life on Mars, colonists' routine. For the colonists, everyday life resembles a survival mission rather than a conventional existence. Tasks are scheduled to the minute. Each person has an essential role, from managing atmospheric control, analyzing Martian soil for useful elements, to monitoring the health of colonists, who are constantly exposed to an environment that wears down their bodies. Communications with Earth, despite technological advances, are limited and take between 20 and 40 minutes each way. Talking to family or friends back on Earth becomes a brief, almost ritualistic moment that many colonists eagerly await. However, as the years go by, some begin to feel increasingly disconnected from the blue planet. Tensions and rivalries arise within this small community, forced to live and share even the tiniest spaces. To manage stress, virtual reality therapies have been implemented, allowing colonists to escape to green, familiar landscapes, if only for a moment. On the other hand, colonists face the psychological uncertainty of living in an artificial environment. The lack of an open sky, the absolute silence of space, and reliance on machines for survival cause emotional strain. Psychiatrists on Mars are an integral part of each colony, trained to address disorders such as space isolation syndrome that affects those who spend too much time without seeing the horizon. The human experiment, the first generation of Martians. As the colonies expand, the first births on Mars raise ethical and biological dilemmas. What will life be like for the first humans who will never know Earth? Some babies are born with genetic modifications designed to strengthen their resistance to radiation and optimize their adaptation to Martian low gravity. Thus, a new generation forms, one that belongs neither fully to Earth nor to Mars and faces its own adaptation challenges. These Martians grow up in an environment entirely different from that of their parents. They have never seen an ocean, do not know animals, and the green of trees is only a memory in virtual reality projections. Their education is geared towards survival on a strange planet, and their bodies, adapted to Martian gravity, would likely not withstand a return to Earth without years of adaptation. A survival economy, minerals and energy. Mars' economy is based on the planet's natural resources, which are scarce but valuable. Martian mining, one of the main economic sectors, seeks materials such as iron, nickel, and, above all, water and carbon dioxide to maintain self-sufficiency. Energy sources such as solar power are also explored, utilizing panels that collect sunlight with an efficiency never seen on Earth. However, despite local production, the colony depends on Earth for advanced technology and medical supplies, creating an inevitable relationship of dependence. On Earth, control over Mars becomes a source of international tensions. The United States, China, Russia, and other nations vie for dominance over Martian resources, fearing that a single power could establish control over the Red Planet. Over time, life on Mars gives rise to a unique culture and identity separate from that of Earth. The colonists, united by survival and isolation, develop a strong sense of Martian belonging. Collaboration becomes an essential value in this society, where resource scarcity and interdependence push individualism and economic competition to the background in favor of absolute cooperation. Children born on Mars, raised in an environment of constant innovation, develop a scientific and pragmatic mindset, valuing science for survival. As the first generation to live entirely outside Earth, they begin to question the norms of their home planet, feeling different from their ancestors due to their bodies adapted to low gravity and their unique perspective. With the growth of the colony on Mars, the possibility of becoming an independent nation arises. Some colonists consider breaking away from Earth to establish their own government and economy, creating a unique society adapted to the conditions of the Red Planet. In time, Mars could become the first step in humanity's expansion into deep space, a launching point for the exploration of other planets and star systems. However, this expansion brings its own dilemmas. How to balance scientific advancement with the preservation of human life without repeating the mistakes of the past. Will humans on Mars be able to build a society based on collaboration and respect for their environment? Or will they carry with them the same tensions and divisions that characterize human history on Earth? The Martian colony is both a survival experiment and an opportunity to redefine what it means to be human in a different environment. The key question is whether the pioneers will be able to create a new Martian identity, or if they will remain forever tied to the conflicts of Earth. Their story will represent a test of humanity's ability to adapt and evolve in the cosmos.